Another week, another batch of Switch eShop deals, and today I have 11 games for you all, coming in under $10 or your regional equivalent, and as always, I'm covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now I'm liking this selection a lot, a few indie classics, a couple of deep cuts that we don't get to talk about all that often, and of course a whole lot of new low prices. Now my name's Alex, this is SwitchCorner, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, it helps out the channel a huge amount. Later in the video then I do have a winner to announce for a $10 eShop gift card and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and that winner they'll be announced in next Thursday's video. Unsouled is a 2D top-down action RPG heavily influenced by the Souls series. Now it's currently available then at an 80% discount that is matching the low price. Now I am a big fan of this release and can attest to its strategic combat, unique and intriguing world and a story that rewards players who invest time into it. Now overall it's set in a kingdom that has been overrun and fallen. Essentially it's challenging you to uncover the truth behind the incidents with challenging but fair gameplay, satisfying abilities and of course some stunning pixel art. The only real caveat here is that the game may seem short at a couple of hours, but it is designed to be played multiple times and I do suggest you do that. Furi Modore edition is back, matching the low with a 60% off. Now this includes the base game as well as the expansion, which adds a new playable character and combat style. You can find my reviews for both in the pinned comments. To summarize those videos though, it's an incredible game that they've been supporting now for years. Now gameplay wise, it's a boss rush experience set in a future world where you are escaping from some sort of prison. It's going to combine gunplay, hack and slash and bullet hell mechanics with even these minor walking sections just to give you a moment of peace before the war, and those they work really well. Now at launch I will say it was incredibly difficult, but they added in options such as invincibility and difficulty settings, so now anyone can play. I love this game, it is a must-own in my opinion, and yeah, it's got everything from a perfect soundtrack to an incredibly unique and vivid art style. From the same team as Furi then, there's Haven, which is surprisingly a relaxed sci-fi adventure. That probably would have been my last guess as far as follow-up releases go, but this is another gem. Now the characters here overall are just fantastic. I love the writing, and it's a tale of two forbidden lovers on the run. Gameplay wise, it has some minor RPG mechanics which are simple turn-based battles, but it's really about exploration and then collecting up items. You also have the ability to hover around, and you can even switch characters freely or play it in local co-op as well. Now it does have the occasional frame rate issue, but I still think it's a winner, and my review is in the pinned comments. Right now then, it's also 60% off, matching the low price. Garlic is now available at a new low price, 50% off, and this is an ultra hard platformer drawing inspiration from Twitch platformers such as Super Meat Boy. And my main critique is that its high difficulty is more typical of single screen games, yet Garlic actually opts for traditional side scrolling. It means it can feel a little, cheap at times with obstacles that come out of nowhere. However, overall the platforming mechanics are consistently solid, and the obstacle and the level design, they are unique and good fun. Now the visual style is particularly nice, reminiscent of a Game Boy era release, but with a constantly changing color palette. The game then also features a unique sense of humor with mini-games scattered throughout and even occasional nods to popular culture. Definitely I'd recommend it to those who enjoy a good challenge, and for a more detailed review you can check out my video in the pinned comments. Slime San is back, matching the low with 83% off, and this is another Twitch platformer. Now overall I think it is fantastic. Of course, however, it is also incredibly challenging stuff. The idea with this one is you're swallowed by a giant worm, and now you must escape as its stomach acid pursues you. It is another one where I love the style as well. It's once again a throwback to the Game Boy era, just I'd say with a little more detail, and once again the color palette and music absolutely wins. Lair of the Clockwork God is back on sale and matching the low with 80% off. It's actually bringing together two different genres, this one, point and click and platforming. Now that may sound like a weird combo, and it really is, but it also really works. The idea here is two characters. Ben likes his adventure, that's kind of where the point and click comes in, and then Dan likes the more modern platforming. Basically, you're going to be working together, jumping through these genres, trying to save the world. The big idea, basically, you're going to be stopping an apocalypse, and you'll also be teaching a robot about feelings, or should I say computer. Definitely weird for sure, but that out there sense of humor, when done right, works for me, and this one absolutely lands it. Observer is going to be a good option for cyberpunk horror or sci-fi fans. Now, this game takes place in Poland in the year 2084 in a dark and dystopian world where governments have collapsed, leaving corporations to rule with an iron fist. Now, as an observer, your role is to carry out the bidding of these powerful entities. It starts as a relatively normal day, but when your son goes missing, you find yourself on a personal mission stripped to corporate authority. It's a smaller location that we are set free in, but we have some incredible hacking abilities, such as the power to dive into people's minds, uncovering some seriously dark imagery. That's where the, horror elements do come in. The atmosphere here then, perfect, and the Hollywood tier cast just elevates the experience even further. With this one, it is first person, if that's not for you, but also do expect a slow burn. But in the end, it goes to places you will not expect. Overall then as well, I do want to add, it looks fantastic on the Switch, and I do think it is well worth this 85% off, which I think is absolute steal. Itorah, I think I'm saying that right, is my pickup of the week, meaning not a recommendation, rather maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. This one actually came to my attention because I recently dropped a video about Metroidvanias you may not have played, and this was recommended to me in the comments. Now, I will add that video below, would appreciate you checking it out, but with this one, I also do want to give a warning. I've heard it's a fantastic game, but on the Switch, it's suffering from frame rate issues, so I'm about to dive in and really find out how much truth is in that statement. And regarding the gameplay, we are the only human left in a world full of masks, and now we are on a mission to uncover our past. It packs hand-drawn visuals that look impressive in stills, it promises challenging boss encounters, and it also promises plenty of characters to meet along this journey. Definitely looking forward to jumping in, and it's 75% off, a new low price. With this one, it was just a simple case, honestly. I was willing to take the risk with my $5. Eastward, Octopia, and during the Saturday deals video, I mentioned the bundle that packs the base game and this DLC. Now I wanted to quickly highlight the expansion standalone before the sale ends. Now, as a warning, you do need to own the base game to play this, but it does become accessible from the main menu of the game, and you don't need to have actually finished the base game to jump into this one. It's actually a farming simulation as well, so very different to the base game, and it's really, really stunning. This one's all about living the peaceful life, building up a location, revitalizing your surroundings, and watching the population grow, which packs more than a few faces from that base game. Incredible stuff for the price, honestly. They could have asked for so much more here, but I appreciate what they've done, and right now it's got a launch discount of 15% off. Our winner of the week then is going to Apache Helicopter, who said they have a few bucks left and they are going to pick up some games. Congrats on the win. Drop me an email for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Everspace Stellar Edition is back matching the low with 75% off, and this one is an action-packed space shooter which adds elements of roguelike as well, and overall I do think this is just a great port. It looks fantastic, I love the universe it presents, and what really sets it apart for me, it's the various ships and upgrades available. Just really kind of fun to go ahead and experiment with all of the different offerings. I also love the cockpit view they did pack in as well. And on top of all of this, then expect crafting elements, and this Stellar Edition packs a whole lot of extras that includes the Encounters DLC that introduced a new ship, side missions, weapons and aliens. Then it also packs a digital art book and the soundtrack, and yeah, I think this is another one that is well worth it. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week? Let us know in the comments. With that, a shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks everyone.